Hey everybody, it's Hummingbird027. It is still November 9th. I have some urgent news that'll start this next one off. This is Paul Begley, sorry. I watch him periodically because he's right on with prophecy. Israel has just attacked the Gaza Strip early this morning with warplanes, so I'll let you listen in.
Prophecy alert, prophecy alert. Seriously, prophecy alert. Israel has just attacked Gaza with warplanes. Breaking news, breaking news. Let's get to the article right now. Israeli warplanes have raided the Gaza Strip early today on this 11/9/11. I repeat, Israel warplanes have just invaded and raided Gaza Strip early today on 11/9/11, after a rocket was fired again into southern Israel, and this is about the 40th rocket now, during the peace process. Okay, now the Air Force targeted a site used for terrorist activities in the south on the Gaza Strip, which was hit, he said in a statement. So they've already went in and blew the thing apart, and no doubt killed some of the Hamas Muslim militants. These ministers of Mecca, they're jihadists. And they truly don't even represent the Palestinian people, because if you get right down to it, there's a lot of really good Palestinian people. And there's even several, I think about 10% of the Palestinian people are born-again Christian. And the others that aren't, but are Muslim, they don't want to live this way. But they are under bondage, not by Israel, because they're confined and contained to the Gaza Strip. No, they're there. They are confined by the leadership of the terrorist organization Hamas.
So for lack of time, you guys can watch Paul Begley's YouTube videos. I will post his link below. Great statements that he makes. Okay, I want to bring a heads up. Okay, most people don't know about this, and I just learned about it today. The Palestinian statehood bid is going to take place this Friday on, what's that number? Right on, 11/11/11. The UK confirms it is abstaining from the Palestinian statehood bid. British Foreign Secretary William Hague confirmed the UK will abstain in the UN Security Council should the Palestinian Authority application for statehood be brought to a vote. In common with France and consultation with our European partners, the UK will abstain on any vote on full Palestinian membership, Hague told the British Parliament. Just days after France said that it would abstain. We reserve the right to recognize a Palestinian state bilaterally at a moment of our choosing and when it can best help to bring peace. So, need to keep your guys' eyes on all of this. This is coming down on Friday. Tokyo starts burning radioactive waste from other areas. Tokyo governor has told the residents to shut up and stop complaining. So they're burning radioactive debris, and given that Tokyo is directly getting hit by radiation from Fukushima, and that Fukushima is still far from any stable shutdown and is still apparently undergoing nuclear reactions, burning radioactive debris just adds insult to injury. The author noted earlier today that Tokyo and other parts of Japan are burning radioactive debris, which will disperse more radiation into the environment. You guys can read all the comments. I have lots of news to get to today, so bear with me. All independent nuclear health experts are in agreement with this man's statement above. XSKF subsequently reported Shintaro Ishihara, 79-year-old governor of Tokyo, was almost single-handedly decided to do this mind-boggling project to assist the recovery of Iwat. mentioned the complaints that his government has received over the issues of the press conference on November 4th afternoon. So basically, in Fiji television news clip on November 4th, the governor outright told all of the people to shut up, is all we need to say about these complaints. So you guys can read that. It was really disturbing. War of words escalate between Iran and Israel. Iran threatens widen war to Europe if attacked. Tehran, Iran could threaten to start a street war in Tel Aviv and in the U.S. and Europe should its nuclear program be attacked. The head of the Iranian parliament's National Security and Foreign Policy Commission said on Tuesday that Iran would start a street war in Tel Aviv if its nuclear program was attacked. Israel is not big enough to launch a military strike on Iran. But if it takes such a foolish decision, the Iranian military will fight with the Zionist soldiers in Tel Aviv streets and will force them out of Palestinian soil. They also warned should Tehran's nuclear program become attacked, the battlefield won't be in Iran, but in the entirety of Europe and in the U.S. Iranian forces will fight with the enemies with maximum might and power all throughout the European and U.S. soil. Did you guys hear that? U.S. soil. He's threatening to come here. They already have submarines sitting off of America's coast in the Atlantic. Okay, they are ready for this. They are waiting for the word go. Okay, you are not going to hear this on media news, on national media news, because they're not going to tell you that because they don't want you to be afraid. You poor little babies, go back to sleep and drink your milk and have some more Kool-Aid while you're at it. Nakavi also responded to reports Britain might strike Iran's nuclear sites, saying a look at the history reveals that British regime has been using threat, intimidation, terror, and colonialism all throughout the last 500 years. Now, a country with such a long record of crimes and colonists' action should know very well that the Islamic Republic enjoys a high military capability today. So mega threats going on. We're looking at World War III, guys. I hope you guys are waking up out there, rubbing the dust from your eyes. Deutsche Bank on Europe. It's not inconceivable that we could be in full crisis mode by the end of this week. 11/11/11, guys. Such is the severity of the situation in Italy. Here, Deutsche Bank, Colin Tan, talking about the same thing that everyone else is talking about. It's not inconceivable that we could be in full crisis mode by the end of this week. The situation with Italy feels increasingly like one that has little chance of materially improving until some extreme pressure is put on someone to act. It may not come to a head this week, but the signs are not good. We can't avoid an extreme situation emerging soon. The big problem, Berlusconi doesn't seem like he's in an urgent mood to make reforms. The USB isn't doing much, and China and Brazil have dropped out of the picture. So lots going on there. You have a bigwig saying that Italy could be defaulting very soon. Kind of sad, guys. It's all coming down. Barclays says Italy is finished mathematically beyond point of no return. Euphoria may have returned briefly, courtesy of yet another promise for a resignation that will likely not be effectuated for weeks or months. Italy is now mathematically beyond the point of no return. So here are all the lists. Please pause and you can read all of those yourself. Please, God, help this man here. Army charges soldier from Alaska with attempted espionage. Okay, they can't even actually get him for real charges of espionage, so they're going with attempted. Anchorage, Alaska. The U.S. Army charged an Alaskan-based soldier on Monday with attempted espionage, saying he communicated and transmitted national defense information to an individual he believed was a foreign intelligence agent. According to the charges, 22-year-old Malay of Kentucky intended to aid a foreign nation. Malay had access to the information through a course of his normal duties both stateside and on a previous deployment, and although the information was unclassified, Malay believed that it could be used for the advantage of a foreign nation. Okay, this is total Illuminati misinformation. This man right here, all he did was call and tell his parents and his loved ones to get ready for bad things coming. Okay? This army, this soldier, this well-respected man went out of his way to try and help people. Okay? He is getting the fire from this right now because he is telling everybody, he was telling everybody before he was arrested, that military troops are being amassed in the United States as we speak. Okay? There is going to be some huge event coming. Not only is Iran sitting off our coasts in submarines given to them by Russia, waiting, pointed right at our eastern coast, but there is also tons of military in our country right now. Okay, guys, wake up, wake up. Total disinformation about this man. This man needs your ultimate prayers right now. Undersea volcano worsening off Canaries, shaking ground, forcing closure of El Hierro Airport. This has come to me by Stan Deo's website. Please go check him out. He has excellent information. The man is like a genius or something. Anyway, here is the volcano. It's about 70 feet from the surface of the ocean. That's huge, guys. Check that out, those pictures. The brown stains at the sea off the coast of the Spanish Canary Islands of El Hierro. A series of quakes, including one measuring 4.0, shook Hierro Islands 3 weeks after a nearby undersea volcanic eruption. So those are some pretty cool pictures. They're neat looking, but it's scary too. I don't know how much time I'm going to have for this last one. I may try and redo this in another one. H.R. 1505 is a fatal betrayal of America. America is defined by its Declaration of Independence and its Constitution. America is further defined by its English language, its Christian heritage, and its culture of achievement. And so this article is 5 pages long, guys, okay? You need to come read this yourselves. Montana's Congressman Denny Rayburg moved upward in our political triangle when he introduced his Sheriff's First Amendment to H.R. 1505, which, if approved, would give county sheriffs law enforcement power over federal agencies and personnel, which they already have, but it's not being enacted on. The exception to the sheriff's ultimate authority should be our Federal Bureau of Investigations, which may be our only way to remove corruption from local police. If the amendment is successful, sheriff's jurisdictions over DHS, Department of Homeland Security, in their counties, they're waiting for this decision to give the county sheriffs this power. Once they do, the federal law will be set as a valuable precedent to make H.R. 1505 less oppressive. The article goes on to talk about how DHS is a beast with 7 heads. Isn't this very iconic for Revelations? Okay, you can pause and read all this. TSA, all of these agencies. The article goes on to say also that DHS is forming an international surveillance network. DHS is implementing the Real ID program. It's also the UN International Civil Aviation Organization. The Real ID is a United Nations plan to control Americas and to rule the world. Okay, this is a huge document, guys, and I am running out of time, and I've been going at this for 3 hours. I'm going to take a break. Please come back and read this. They're controlling our travel. They're going to be winding up coming in to your house. DHS, the guys in charge, said he was going to. All right, my time is out. Talk to you later.